up our feature. And our feature
Yeah,
has done
do it.
such a wide variety of different poetry over the years that it's hard to classify exactly what he is, if he's a poet or performance artist, but or an actor.
Thank
He's
God.
been in-
All of the
has been in
above.
really substantial acting roles, but he really is a little bit of a Renaissance performer, and we don't know what he's going to do today. So let's give a big, huge round of applause to one of the most innovative poets in the city of Chicago, the one, the only Mr. Sid Yiddish. This guitar doesn't quite do it. It's okay.
I'll use the mic when I can, but if not, I'll just project. So I have a request tonight. Hold your applause till the end, but if you need to have your phone ring, it's okay. And if you make all kinds of sounds, that's okay too. Like if you have heavy feet or whatever. And if you need to talk, it's okay too. But above all, just breathe.
Okay. Okay, I could do that.
All right, so one of the things you realize when you get a lot younger is you have to get glasses.
I hate glasses.
Yeah. So this is a poem called it's a poem I call "Afraid." Oh, and I should let you know I'm being accompanied tonight by Dave Gecic.
I'm just making noise. We didn't rehearse this at all, so, I mean, he's the professional here. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's okay, I don't know what I'm doing either. This is called Afraid. I am afraid of not being afraid. Afraidedly, afraidish. After the fact, I tell myself convincingly, why am I not afraid of sleeping alone when I'm afraid of sleeping with the wrong person? Why am I not afraid of eating alone when I'm afraid of wasting a meal with bad conversation? Why am I not afraid of not getting laid when I'm afraid of bad sex? Why am I not afraid of being with someone else when I'm afraid the next one might not be the one? Why am I not afraid of being alone when I'm afraid of being with someone who makes me feel alone? Because I must be what I am. For being what I am is not foolish, just coolish, though others will be afraid to understand, and I won't be. For failure to conform to their contour is their sergeant's command. This is called Bring Out the Dead. I love Hunt and Peck.
I told you I can't play piano.
I used to do on typewriters too. I still have a couple typewriters. They make great instruments, but I didn't feel
I told you I can't play the piano. I don't know why I'm doing this. What am I doing?
The flies are like beasts, like the priests who fester and feast on the elderly, nearly dead. The sun beats hot on the skin of the rot, sickened and gutted and old. The caskets they rise with manifesting former demise in the eyes of the living surviving the dead. In the end, nature it wins, feeling and felling the sins cast down upon by nature. There are no truths like the lies of a stranger. It's called Character Actor. I am talking about burning bridges. Opa! Bridges I built and those about to come down. My fault, theirs. I don't know, I can't feel them because living inside this glass house you can't feel much, only seeing their lives as they let you. That's something I never try to do, at least try to do with purpose. Honest, I didn't mean it. It was an accident, a little voice rings in my ears. Good enough, let others do the burning if they must. Let them snap each other into two. Let them come crawling back, come crying out for you. Make them miss you. Make them beg you for mercy. Let them tell you they are sorry. Slipping inside and outside of character, that's what traveling is for, the wise old man once said. You can be what you want without batting an eye. You can be that fellow, girl, and guy and wake up with a hangover and clap your hands. I think I need a change like that, like tires that have gone flat. I need a change before I become like that. So this one is called I Want to Just Be. Down by the sea, I saw them crawl, the sloth, the slut, the Neanderthal. The salt of the ocean lay heavy on the sand, the sting of the crystal befallen on my hand. For there is no path but the chosen one that I will seek. The decisions are lost upon the mind that is meek. Forgiving the bothersome, forgoing the chance. I am done with maybes. I am at last ready for that final dance. For dance I must make, merry it should be, the moment I saw my own mortality flash in front of me. Bang in a whistle, the common bird nesting in the thistle tree that grows on the land, flying high over the sea, the sea, the sea that is me. I have hung long enough with the whore, the liar, the cheat. I look in the mirror in the air and see myself in the path of deceit. I no longer want to be amongst the slut, the sloth, the Neanderthal. I want to just be. Okay, so this is the portion of the show where I drag the mic over to that big
Xylophone thing.
that big zither thing over there.
If the zither cannot come to vicious, vicious will go to the zither.
I've heard that before.
You've heard that before. Isn't that biblical or something? Are you going to do something biblical?
Let's see about that.
I don't know. Maybe if you had a
I
different...
might be able to raise the dead tonight.
Maybe if you had a different microphone.
Yeah.
We raise the dead every time this series.
Okay, so this is
You know what? I tell you something. You're the only one who doesn't need two microphones, you know?
Let's see if it
Well,
works.
that's what about it, but you are not.
What? I'll try.
I'm just tuning up here.
how they run.
See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Oh, what a fantastic sight. For three blind mice. For three blind mice. Oh, that's nice business. Three blind mice. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife. Who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Oh, what to see such a fantastic sight. For three blind mice. For three blind mice. 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 See how they run. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. What a fantastic sight. For three blind mice. For three blind mice. For three blind mice. 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 So this is a tango for all of you over 52.
Tis I.
I guess that qualifies only about three people in this room. This is actually called Moloch The Watchman, and it's actually part of a longer piece of mine.
Did I hear this before?
Maybe about I think about 10 years ago, 20 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. But you've never heard it as a tango, me singing it as a tango. So
Are you gonna hear it again?
yeah, I know you can't. So maybe if you played 3 blind mice backwards, I think that would work.
Mice 3 blind.
Yeah, if you can try to the word
Mice blind
backwards.
3.
Okay, let me try. Okay, you're really pushing me though.
That's what I do. I push. So, this is called Moloch The Watchman, and it comes from a longer piece of mine. It's a punk opera I wrote on my depression about 10 years ago. And this is probably one of the better ones, the better pieces that I liked. And it goes a little like this. I am in the middle of a room, laughing with idiots, fondly feeling a breeze. Rope of wood slowly slithers down your throat, hangs you by dawn in midnight. Red face, smile, sours blue. Oh, the downtrodden shall rise again. Mad wind of Confederacy blowing, making love in empty fields. City, strange city, hoping not to find my soul in the rundown grocery next to the laundromat. Moloch eyes me like a sleeping watchman, listening to me sigh, listening to me sigh.
I remember the Ginsberg reference in there, that's why I remembered more.
Yeah,
I remember when
a
you
bit
did that.
of homage to Joffrey, too.
Oh, Joffrey, yeah.
Joffrey, who used to grace this place so much.
Yes.
I do miss Joffrey. I wish I would have spent more time with
Miss
him
him.
when he was sick.
Miss him.
We should do him as the dead poet sometime.
I'm trying to find like good, clean poetry by Joffrey.
Why does it have to be good clean
Right.
poetry?
If,
This is a bar, for Christ's sake.
if I can be so frank and say that I actually published Joffrey back in the 80s. I did, and it was pretty clean.
Well,
It was an anti-Israeli poem, but I mean, you know.
after your feature,
Yeah.
we'll read a Joffrey poem.
Okay, so
Leonard, can we borrow your stray bullets?
I'll get it now.
Okay. You got a Joffrey poem tonight.
excellent, excellent. I would love to read it if I could.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you read it.
Okay. So this is probably the longest one of the set here, and this is one I wrote. I don't know. I wrote this 20 years ago, but it seems to be pretty,
Contemporary?
yeah, or
A Joffrey poem.
yeah, something like that. Thanks, Jerry. I lost my faculties there. So, so this one is, oh, and this one's also a track on my upcoming cassette release from Australia, and it's called, the name of the cassette is called Adults Only. Get it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and Dave, you ready?
I will be as soon as I find page 90. And
Well,
at
all
the
right.
end of your reading, I want you to read this poem.
Yeah, okay.
It's right there.
Okay, ready. So this is one that's called I'm Sorry, I'll Buy You a Snack Shop. I'm sorry, I'll buy you a snack shop. You are my nation, tall, soft, stupid, and cheap. I pledge alienation to the fag of the United Snakes of non-existent America. A passport to freedom, Oh, say, can you see the freedoms we call free? A blind spot to those who seek an answer to make amendments with their own personal God. God is love, the voice of disarray. How do you come to terms with living in America today? An America filled with troubles, and to the Republicans for which it stands, by the dawn's early light, the power brokers mapping out merger deals for Y2K, more moms and pops swallowed up day after day, one nation under the almighty dollar, making love to material wealth, oblivious to the theory regarding love and art, profiteering love while ruining faith, thereby creating stability, a sense of responsibility. We've come this far. Stickomythia, so much empty banter. Living thy American dream, the multicultural images of voices never heard, the hatred of the races, the confusions of places coming apart at the seams. The instant corporateness of modesty, John Q. Public's disregard for honesty, television, internet, masturbating our vows. Do you take this electric beam to have and to hold, conformity unrolled in the master plan of eternity without blinking? No one can tell me without stumbling where the great war unfurls. Just send troops and lots of them. Everything is bleeding. The master says everything is fine. The mass destruction of population, certification of swirling holocausts, slave mongers in ancient times, lives beraggled. How many worlds can we fell with a single stroke? How do we sleep so well? 1999, the end of the century, 99 years of blood on its hands and can't wring itself dry. I'm still living my dreams in the rush shadow of hypocrisy. I pray to God and they send more cops to halt the divine erection. Between God and the world, who fights the truth but doesn't realize we are not pawns? Each of us will be tested. Art thou now in heaven or hell? Quit fighting the truth before it's too late. We must take on the responsibility of living by searching for the truth. Such is the way of life. Don't play God for a fool. Innocence will suffer, sure, and behold, but try telling that sacrifice story to God. This is America. Take it as it is. This is her left breast's name. This is her right breast's name. Even though it's my left, I know. Everyone wants to be like Mike. Everyone could care less about the president or the golden eternity sanctity of love. America has become the quintessential Super Bowl of madness, swelling like burgeoning behinds, inoperative brains, slacker tendencies, unholy gaping mouths failing to reach out to the ones they love. In order to get America into other corridors, she has to shut the door on the old one first. But as in truth, it becomes a scare. The love of one another just feeding off of fear. What if for one fleeting moment, one fleeting thought, baby America fell out of her egg, hit her fragile head, and felt the stinging of her pronounced freedom? It would be like Truman Capote, who called Jack Kerouac a typist while his own cigarette fingers squeezed himself dry like a Kool-Aid juice box into the American mind. God helps the sick and the dying, punishes the sinners who deny the mere fact of love. Sister, sister, brother, brother, Sodom ate Gomorrah. Jesus danced the whore before they bled him dry and stuck him in a cave and escaped the darkness into freedom. So the Bible tells us so. But just as the world goes round, Venus sat on a toilet seat without a sound, pondering, why would anyone have sex with a clown? We get sicker quicker. The vast coolness of disease becomes thicker. Monkey virus traced to polio and AIDS. Source, originated as early as 1930 in Africa, Chicago Tribune, February 2000. Fraught with fear, the elitists blame it all on the immigrants and the queers. I pledge alienation to the fag of the United States of non-existent America. The victims on a sinking ship, boys in bed with girls barely of age, the advent of cancer, TB, OJ, JFK, and road rage. Barney makes love to Carney on cable while Rosie dresses up in mink and sable. 1, 2, 3, 4, rush, 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 the transistor king of all media out the door. Fright and happiness share a good laugh. Aborted fetuses become angels of mercy. A century of love disposed in my lean American years. A century of bewilderment raining down brown and white. I start to see visions in a foggy sense. Little voices that tell me to get lost inside myself. I cry 100 tears for death, 100 fears for breath, 100 years will come and go. Feels like 50 have already passed and raked me over the coals. I got 1,000,001 and 2 different souls all trying to get me to the next place in the sky, but I can never get there because I'm always stuck at square one. Feeling sorry for myself doesn't always work, neither does pity, and charity lives in an Indiana church among the hippies, students, and saints. Comes back to haunt me 6 months out of the year. So I say unto thee, old America, everyone has a ghost in their past, a wretched soul, a skeleton they need to hide, but like an old Betty Boop cartoon, mine goes dancing at the Mosquito Inn to escape from fear. By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars, the critics claim society's gone to hell in a hack, but nobody seems to have a plan to bring it all back. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. From the lips of a woman standing in the snow, the stark terror of old age, the Java huts on every city block, prune spit and the whiskey's gone sour. I love you, she says, so the story goes, our children's souvenirs of wasted passiveness. A black rose wilts in the orifice, the shoes of the fisherman fry upon the griddle. If wishes were fishes, I would know the words you would seek. Resolute, prodigal, degenerate thought. Jack Kerouac stands in the middle of the room, champagne-eyed and drunk. Was he ever sober? Looking up to his mother, the gem of the ocean, savior eyes, ebbing light over the cloudless eternal. This land is your land, this land is my land. From the Californias to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Wrath of accidents, crazy as it seems, America still crawls on her hands and knees, past the taxi terrorists, the big city bosses making deals in the back rooms, the homeless selling their babies for a bite to eat. We give thanks for the wrong reasons, spending money on selfish people during the Christmas seasons when all they do is throw avocados back at you and gripe for the things they really wanted. How humanless we've become. Everything is bleeding, my hairline receding in the mid of my years. I died some time ago and became alien. What is wrong with me? My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside. Here's to the state of 1999. Keep on trucking, baby, keep on trucking, baby. In order to get your life into other corridors, you have to shut the door on the old one first. I died some time ago and became myself. It's the end of the century as we know it, and what do you have to show for it? I died some time ago and became America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. To the Republicans for which it stands, one nation under God, split open like a pea pod, testing by some scientists to see if we as a nation can swallow it whole. Or the land of the free and the home of the brave. Play ball!